You ever wonder, what does my soul actually need? I mean, it's a question a lot of us can feel, but we don't always know how to put it into words. Well, today, we're going to dive into a conversation between a father and son that honestly uncovers some pretty profound answers.
You know the feeling I'm talking about, right? It often starts just like this. It's a quiet internal restlessness, a feeling that something's off or something's missing, but you just can't put your finger on it. It's this question that just kind of hangs there in the back of your mind.
And that's exactly where we meet our main character, Evan. He's sitting in his kitchen, and he finally decides to give a voice to that restless feeling. He turns to his dad, looking for real answers, because he sure wasn't finding them online. And there it is. So simple, so direct, but man, is it a deep question. How can the soul get what it needs to have a successful journey? Okay, let's really unpack this together. Evan's frustration here is so relatable, isn't it? He did what we all do. He went looking for answers on the internet. And what did he find? Just noise. Clickbait videos, super vague advice from influencers, comment sections that are just a dumpster fire of arguments, and not a single useful list of what a soul might actually need. It was all fluff, and he was looking for something real.
So his dad does what all the best teachers do. He flips the question right back at him. And Evan's own answer, well, it gives us the very first core need for the soul.
Evan lands on this. He figures that above everything else, more than power, more than knowledge, more than anything, the soul's main job is to learn how to make wise decisions. I mean, think about it. What good is being all-powerful if you're a fool?
And bam, his dad just drops this perfect analogy. This quote just hits you, right? The image of a toddler with the nuclear launch codes. I mean, that perfectly sums up why wisdom has to come first. Without it, power isn't just pointless. It is terrifyingly dangerous.
So, the way this conversation frames it is fascinating. It's like we're all given this starter package when we get here. And in that package, you get unlimited free will. You can choose absolutely anything. But here's the catch. That package comes with very limited common sense. Wisdom, that's on you. You've got to develop that yourself.
So, with all that free will, we've basically got two paths to learning. There's the hard way, which is, making your own painful, foolish mistakes, metaphorically jumping off a 6-story building. Or there's the easy way, the wise way. You just watch other people make those mistakes and learn from what happens to them, without having to go through the pain yourself.
But okay, wisdom alone isn't the whole picture. The father then adds another absolutely essential layer, a feeling he calls the supreme overlord. And that feeling is caring.
Now hold on, this isn't caring in that soft, fuzzy, gentle sense. It's being framed here as this incredibly powerful guiding force. It's a feeling that can, and actually should, override everything else, even logic, even common sense, when it comes to making a truly good and virtuous choice.
So the idea is that our choices are pretty much run by one of two overlords. You've got caring, which guides us toward connection and doing good things, and then on the other side, you've got hate, which is born from just not accepting things as they are. And as Evan says, choosing hate is like just ripping out all your safeguards and letting all this contamination just flood right in. Okay, so we've got wisdom and we've got caring. But how do these big ideas actually show up in our day-to-day lives? Well, this brings us to this really beautiful metaphor for how our decisions actually work. Just picture a waterfall. Every single choice you make is like a drop of water going over that edge. It sets a direction. It closes off some possibilities, like you decide to walk instead of drive, but it opens up totally new ones, like maybe meeting someone on that walk. Every single choice cascades into the next one. And you can see this cascade in action the second you wake up. Evan admits his day often starts with this negative cycle. It kicks off with that horrible alarm clock sound. You wake up feeling cheated out of sleep. And then what's the first move? That automatic, almost tortured grab for the phone. That one single reactive habit sets the tone for a whole day of just being distracted and putting out fires. But then, the father offers the alternative, a positive cascade. And this one starts the night before, with good choices that lead to a restful, grateful sleep. So instead of reacting to an alarm, he wakes up and proactively sets his intentions for the day. He launches his day with purpose, not impulse. The whole tone is set by caring. So, what does this all mean for us, really? We've seen how it works in a simple morning routine, but now let's zoom out a bit. Let's talk about the massive impact these little choices have. Let's talk about your daily ripple effect. Here's the big takeaway. That first choice you make in the morning matters a lot. By deciding to start your day with intention and with caring, you're not just setting a tone for yourself, you are starting a positive cascade, a virtuous ripple that actually spreads out from you. And that leads us to this final, really profound thought. Your personal cascade of choices, it doesn't just affect you. It influences everyone and everything around you, whether you see it or not. So maybe the real question isn't just, what does my soul need, but what kind of ripple am I sending out into the world today?